Hello everyone. So this is the second episode of the dialogue system that we are working on. So today we are going to pick up from what we left in the last episode. So we are going to work on initializing these questions and how to work the inputs for these questions and how to end the conversations, those things, and also the three dots that appear on the top of the head of each character who do the talking.
What's your name?
I am Red.
Are you from around here?
No, I'm just passing through.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to meet someone.
Bye.
Goodbye and have a nice day.
Hi. Are you from around here?
Yes, I live here.
What's your name?
I am Blue.
Bye.
See you.
Alright, let's see how to implement these systems. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for the support you guys are giving me. Right, so far our character can go to one of the NPC characters and talk.
Hi.
We can say hi, the other guy also will say hi, and that's it for now. So today let's see how to actually initialize those questions and we can ask those questions then. Right, let me remove these unused windows open. Okay, right, now in the NPC, when we start interaction, we create a dialog widget and add it to viewport like this. So if I go to the dialog widget, this is what I have at the moment. So I'll delete these questions. They needs to be dynamically added to the vertical box. Here I'll add a custom event. Init initialize questions. Right, so to initialize questions we need to get a list of questions and answers. So I'll give dialog map Q&A. Get keys. No, we can split this. Get keys. No need to do get, just keys. And for each element in this keys array, well actually let's promote this to a variable Q&A. Like this. And for each question, wait, what's the, yeah, let's create widget from the type wdg question, and this one also needs to be initialized. So there also I will create a custom event init question. So as the input I will get an sound wave, no, actually just a text. Go here, let's promote this text block as a variable, question text. Let's name it question text. The question text and set text. No, set text like this. So we don't need a sound wave input. Let's give a text input like this. Init question. So what can we give as the input? Here from the keys what we have is sound wave. Here this is a sound wave, and from this sound wave we can access spoken text, but I haven't set a spoken text for the questions, but we can do that. Let's go to bulk edit, where property matrix, and here ask name. For the ask name, I'll just call it ask name. Ask whereabouts. Bye. Goodbye. Hi. Actually we wouldn't need hi. What are you doing here? Ask whereabouts. Let's say, do you live here? I think having complete sentences would be better. Okay. Let's give that, and also we need to add add this to this vertical box. Let's make this also a variable. I'll call it question box. Get the question box and add child to vertical box. As the content, I'll give this one, and slot set padding top, I'll give 10. Okay. Now we can actually let's collapse this part. As this part, all it does is saying hi. So say hi. and after saying hi, we can, let's promote this also to a variable wdg dialog. We need space here. Right, and then get the wdg dialog and initialize questions. As the Q&A, I'll input the dialog map like this. Now shall we see how it looks like?
Hi.
Hi.
See, oh, we got the questions, but we also got hi as well. Actually, we don't need hi because we already said when you go to the character and start talking. So let's do this only if this array index is larger than 0. So we should not now get the hi as the first
Hi.
question.
Hello.
See, we got what's your name, do you live here, what are you doing here, and goodbye. Actually, they don't do anything at the moment. Let's change the color of this button a little bit because it doesn't look very good.
Hi.
Hello.
Ah, that's better. Okay. Now when we press this button, the character should talk. So for that, I'll create another function in where the class initiated the conversation. How do we do that? We have the interactable interface here, and here we have the player interface. Actually, let's change this name. Instead of player, ppi character, that's better. And let's add another function, ask or talk. No, yeah, let's just say ask, and as the input I'll give only an index. Let's call it question index. So in this button, when we initialize, I'll add an input question index. I'll store it there. Also, we need a reference to whoever the character initiated this dialog. So character, let's just give a actor reference. And let's promote it to a variable character. Right, now when we press the button and on click event, get the character and call ask as the question index. I'll promote this one also to a variable. Use that like this. Also, let's add another variable, a boolean one, and conversation, because for the goodbye part we need a way to end the conversation. And for the button and init question, I'll add another parameter, is end. Let's promote that also to a variable and give it as a input. Now we need to supply these parameters when we initialize the button. Question index, obviously this one, is end, and the character. When we initialize question, we need a reference to the character which initialize these questions. I'll pass it to the button, and we can determine if this is the end by comparing the length if this length minus 1 is equal to this array index, that means we are at the final element. That means the goodbye element, as we have in the way, according to the way that I have put goodbye at the end of the data table. So if this is true, that means it is the end of conversation. Compile. Now in the NPC, ask implement ask event. Oh wait, we need to give a reference here. And as the question index, using the question index, we can get the keys and we can get the values also. And from this we can get the question and place sound at location. Question should be played at the interacting characters location. Right, and wait the duration of this clip. plus, let's say 1 second or 0.6 seconds, and after that get the values, get the answer using the same question index, and place sound at location in the NPC get actor location, that means the current actor's location. Play this sound, and also if this is end conversation, we can have a branch here. If it is true, we can remove from parent and set input mode to game only, get player controller, and set show mouse cursor to false. Right, okay, now let's test. Let's ask first from red.
Hi.
Hello,
What's your name?
I am Red.
Are you from around here?
No, I'm just passing through.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to meet someone.
Bye.
Goodbye and have a nice day.
Okay,
Hi. What's your name? I am Blue. Are you from around here? Yes, I live here. What are you doing here? Nothing actually. Bye. See ya.
okay, basically it is working. And actually since we don't have any camera movement, so the mouths on these characters, there is no way to see which one is talking. So as a clue, let's do something like show small 3 dots above the character who do the talking. So how do we do that? Actually for the NPC we have this interaction widget. Let me copy this and add to the third person character. Find references and let's replace it with this one. Right, now we have the interaction widget on the third person character as well. Let's change the name to WDG overhead, and can we get widget? Okay, so we don't know, without a casting we can't access the any function that I can define in here. So therefore let's define another blueprint interface, BPI overhead widget. Here I'll define a function as setText as the input. I'll get a text. Right, now in this overhead widget I'll implement that interface, PPI overhead widget, and implement this event. How? Promote this text to a variable and set text with whatever the input we receive. Right, now when the player goes to the now by default actually here, instead of setting hidden and visible, let's keep this visible all the time. So I'll remove this hidden in game, and sorry, I should do that here. I make it visible, and when we get an interactable character, let's get user widget object and set text using this interface. As the text, I'll give talk E. Here, instead of hiding, let's just set the text to nothing, and when we talk, we can let's define a custom event here, talk, and as the input let's get a sound wave, no, dialog, actually no, what's the, actually this is one part of a dialog. So anyway, I get a sound wave. I'll name this not a dialog, let's call it vocal, I don't know. Play sound at location. As the location, I'm gonna use get actor location, and I'm gonna get this one. Actually I can paste it, as the text I'm gonna set 3 dots like this, so that we can see this is the not 3, maybe 4. This is the guy who's doing the talking at the moment. And then let's add a retriggerable delay. The reason to add a retriggerable delay is just in case this function get called again before finishing this part. Then set the text back to nothing. Like this. As the duration, I have to use the length of the vocal. And now we can use this function instead of all this. Talk. Oh, interacting character is actually a actor. Okay, no problem. We can then implement a function talk like this. First, let me change the function because otherwise there will be a conflict. As input, we need sound wave vocal. Talk implement function. We can just delete this now, and here now we can use talk using the interface. As the vocal, this one, and for the local character also we can call talk like this. Now shall we test? Oh, we need to delete this initial text here.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Are you
Are you from around here?
What are you doing?
What are you doing here?
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, didn't work as expected. Why is that? So for the say in hi part also we should use the talk. Actually this part needs to be removed. Not removed. We need to set it as nothing. Okay, now let's test.
Hi. What's your name? I am Blue. Are you from around here? Yes, I live here. What are you doing here? Nothing.
Yeah, actually we get the 3 dots, but I think it would be better if we attach the interaction widget to the head of the character. So that it would be clear for us.
Hi. Are you from around here? Yes,
Still
I
not
live
quite
here.
there. What's that? Anyway, it's a small issue. We can work on that later.
Hi. What's your name? I am Blue. Bye. See ya. Hi.
Hello.
Are you from around here?
No, I'm just passing through.
Bye.
Goodbye and have a nice day.
Okay, with that I would like to stop this episode. So now we have completed our simple conversation system in Unreal Engine. And as always, project files will be available for the download through Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you would like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. Thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.